Welcome back, everyone, to our playthrough of the career mode here in NASCAR Heat 2. So we're at the final race of the first round of the playoffs, the round of 12 here in the Xfinity series. So we're currently sitting in fourth place, but that's not really that big a deal because the top 8 will move on, and we have a very nice lead over the transfer spot. And how big of a lead do we have? Well, it's 28 points right now. And you can see there are several cars between us and the transfer position. The real battle for this particular race will be for Brendan Poole, Daniel Suarez, and Daniel Hemrick, as they're all within 8 points of each other for that final transfer spot. Above that, you have Blake Cook, who is at a plus 12, by no means safe and guaranteed a spot, but he's looking pretty good right now because he has that one additional spot below him in the standings as sort of a cushion. Also, if you look above Blake Cook, Justin Allgaier, Eric Jones, us, Sadler, we're all 20-plus points ahead, so we are looking in great shape and would have to have basically a wreck and finish in the bottom, probably 30th to 40th, somewhere in that range to even have a shot of falling out of the top 8. So we're in good shape here. This will be another opportunity as we head into Charlotte to play around with the setup a little bit more and just kind of see how we want to maneuver things for the last few races in this championship. And then hopefully we can make our way into Miami with an opportunity to race for the championship where we can open up maybe the setup a little bit more and give ourselves a realistic opportunity to run in the top 5 and maybe even get a victory. But of course, that's way down the line. For right now, we have to finish off the round of 12 and make sure that we get our spot in the round of 8. So let's go ahead and head to Charlotte and have a fun race. All right, before we get the race started, let's take a quick look at the setup. And if you look closely, you'll notice that this is very similar, in fact, nearly identical to what we've been running at most of the other tracks. And the spring settings in particular, I'm trying to slowly open up the setup a little bit, get us closer to the front in these finishes, giving us opportunities for top 10s and then hopefully top 5s and victories as we progress through the playoffs. So that's kind of the idea. Front weight is a little bit higher here again, just to take a little bit of speed out and not go crazy with opening up the setup too much and give ourselves too much speed right now. But overall, I think it should give us an opportunity to move up some spots. How many? We'll have to wait and see. All right, green flag here at Charlotte. And so we're starting last on the field just to maximize the level of difficulty. We're probably going to have to use the bottom, I would imagine, at least here at the beginning of the race, because it's hard to imagine taking it 3 wide at the top of the track right now. I don't think that's where we want to be. All right, I'm going to try to be very conservative right here and give these guys room. Let's hope I can get that done. Because really, realistically, the only thing we don't need right now is a wreck. Our finishing position is not that big a deal. Ooh, ouch. Let's continue trying to make some of these passes as quickly and orderly as we can. Hopefully these guys, watch out. The car was really tight. I overdrove the entry. Oh, really, 07? Really? Let's see if he's going to continue to block us. No, not too bad. He's running lower, but definitely not to the point of being extreme blocking. Yikes. All right, I'm going to have to figure out something in 3 and 4 because the route I'm taking through there right now is just not working out. Really, guys? That's a lot of blocking this early in the race. Not that I necessarily blame them, I guess, if that's what they want to do, but you know, blocking for 28th position is just not my idea of fun racing. Boy, these guys are way out of shape. Even on the straightaway, you can see them moving around, sliding around. This is a kind of a bumpy track. It's not too bad. It's not Vegas or anything, but it does definitely have some bumps in it. They can mess with you if you're not paying attention. All right, so we've moved our way up into 25th right now. All right, out of the gas early. Try to get back into it pretty early and see if we can get a good run, make some more passes. All right, up to 22nd, looking for 21st. I am not going to try to stick it in there below Matt Tiff going into turn 1. Not yet, anyway. Ooh, Matt Tiff trying to block us. See if we can get below him anyway. That one spot in the middle of 3 and 4 is very tricky as the car wants to go straight up the track. All right, again, out of the gas way early, as these guys slow way down going into the corner. All right, so we're up inside the top 20 now. Oh, there's no way he had an opportunity to get inside me that quick. Okay, now we're 3 wide. This is not good. All right, so we're on the top. Let's see what we can do up here. Oh, the 22. Good gracious. That is a surefire way to get yourself wrecked right there, to do what the 22 just did. Because I had a big run on him off of turn 2, and he came right up in front of me. The good news for us is we get an opportunity to get back to the bottom. Although I'm not convinced at this point that the high side wouldn't have worked out just fine for us, since it's spread out a lot more now. Let's try it out a little bit here. Turn 3 and 4 is not where I want to be on the high side, but we'll see if we can make it work up here. It looks like we're at least going to be able to make this pass up there. All right, not bad. So we're up to 12th now. Not quite halfway through. We'll see if we can't keep some of that momentum going. All right, so once again, we can get a good run on them, particularly through 1 and 2. And these guys are all running the very bottom of the track, blocking each other from passing. We got a pretty nice run on them coming through the corner. This time, they act like they want to come up and block me. Sure would be nice if we could get to some open track. All right, you can tell we got a really good run on the 3. Let's see if we can continue that on and actually clear him, hopefully coming off of turn 2. Yikes, give us a little room out here. Well, they don't want to. All right, can we clear him? All right, we did. So now we're at 8th. Let's see what these guys. Ooh, wow, A little bit more than I expected him to slow down there in 7th. That's a good run for Rhodes. 0-1 being this far up in the field, that's a very good run for him. All right, let's see if we can clear him here. We're going to take the high side into 3 and 4. All right, I had a terrible entry there. Terrible entry, and these guys are just lined up. Look in the rear view mirror and see that these guys are lined up on the bottom. All right, let's see if we can get some nice momentum. All right, I think we got a great shot at making some passes here. All right, pretty good run through the corner there. Not bad. Let's see if they'll give me a little bit of room out here. Nope, he really didn't want to. All right, really need to clear Eric Jones right here. Really need to clear him if we're going to have any shot of trying to gain additional positions. All right, so we got him cleared. Now it's just going to be a matter of, do we have the speed to run down these top guys? We only have 9 laps to do it, so we're going to have to really hustle. See how far ahead. Yeah, they're way up there. The good news there, if there is good news about how far they are ahead, is that they all seem to be running close together, unless of course that is some lap traffic in there with them. Let's use the leaderboard since they're so far ahead. All right, 3.7. All right, that's probably a little bit farther than we're going to be able to make up with this few laps left. All right, I'm going to give it everything I've got. I have to continually remind myself, okay, this is not the normal setup with all the speed in it, because with the normal setup, I probably wouldn't even have to lift going through turns 1 and 2, and if I did lift, it would be just slightly to let the car rotate. All right, looks like we're getting closer. Yeah, we're definitely getting closer to them. Question is, will we have enough laps to catch them? And if we do catch them, can we do anything with them? Because they're obviously not terribly slow because they're in the top 5. 5 more laps. We're on the same straightaway. We're about half to 3/4 of the straightaway behind them. At this point, I'm just going to drive this car about as hard as I can drive it at this point. Let's see if we can't do anything with them. Oh, we're going to be so close. So close. That's not what I was looking for. Hopefully that didn't hurt us too bad. I mean, we're still close to them. We might just reach these two in front of us, which is William Byron, and I can't tell who the other car is. All right, so we're coming down to 2 to go. All right, that was a pretty good entry to turn 1. So we should have a nice run on them coming down the back stretch. All right, we're here. Last lap. All right, let's see what we can do with them. Looks like Byron's going to take away the bottom from us. So we're going to have to drive it in hard. Oh, keep it off the wall. Let's see if we can get a run on him. Okay, I'll take it. So we caught William Byron and passed him right at the very end for a 4th place finish. Not bad. Inside the top 5. I mean, the setup was pretty good. All right, let's see who came away with the victory. So, okay, Elliott Sadler, who was right in front of us, had plenty of cushion in the points. So that really isn't going to change a whole lot as far as the point standings go. But let's see how things went down at the bottom. All right, Daniel Suarez, 4 points out. Daniel Hemrick holds on to that number 8 slot, and everybody else basically held serve. You can see from Eric Jones and above, we went from being at least 20 points ahead to now being 30 points ahead. So we had overall some great finishes. Brendan Gaughan did a great job. He finishes only 9 points out. So he apparently had a great race. Actually, I think he finished right in front of us, if I remember correctly. So there you go. There's your top 8 for round 2 of the playoffs. It'll be Elliott Sadler, William Byron, 2 teammates, Ty Dillon, and then us, Justin Allgaier, another teammate, Eric Jones, Blake Cook, and Daniel Hemrick. The ones not moving on will be Daniel Suarez, Brendan Poole, Brendan Gaughan, and Jeremy Clements. All right, so not bad. We finished 4th in the round of 8 simply because we did not get a victory. But not bad. Ouch. Once again, that is hard on the eardrums when they do that. Ouch. I should have been ready for that, but I had forgotten all about them doing that. All right, so Eric Jones has a message for us. On to the round of 8. Keep digging and don't lose focus. Thank you very much, Eric. So now, where do we head for race 1 of the second round of the playoffs? We will head to Kansas, another 1.5 mile track. So, of course, in NASCAR these days, there are lots of 1.5 mile races, lots of 1.5 mile tracks. Each one of them has a little bit different configuration, whether it's in width or banking or corner entries and exit, as far as the banking transition. So a little bit different. Kansas is more wide open. Plenty of room to race there. Should be a lot of fun. So thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned next time where we'll head to Kansas to continue the playoffs.